Jazz fall in overtime after an incredible. Let's try it again. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to POSTCAST. The Utah Jazz fall in an incredible effort to the Los Angeles Lakers, 127-115, playing without Mitchell, Conley, Gobert, and Favors. The Jazz battle against a Laker team without LeBron and AD, a testament to how much talent there is in the NBA today in a fabulous basketball game. And the Jazz battle, work their way back, fight to the end, can't get the last stop, go to overtime, and have nothing left in the tank. A massive game for Joe Ingles, Jordan Clarkson, Ersan Ilyasova, Bojan Bogdanovic. A really fabulous game, and we're talking about it coming up on POSTCAST. POSTCAST is brought to you by our good friends at grip6.com. I'd show you the brown belt I have today with the wood buckle, but I don't have video working for some reason for the second straight day. I don't know what's happened to video on the laptop, but something's not working on that front. But it's all brought to you by Grip6. Go check out the belt without any flaps, without any bulk, and without any holes. It's the perfectly fitting belt. It's grip6.com. It's also brought to you by Biograss. The good friends over at Biograss, a great Utah company who have the Big Yellow Bag. Visit bigyellowbag.com to get your discount with Locked On as your promo code, and you'll get a $40 discount on a Big Yellow Bag and build the best garden you can build at home. All right, let's get to it. Various things from the Jazz tonight. They started Ersan Ilyasova at center against Andre Drummond. Illslova went 5 of 5 from 3 in the first quarter for 15 points. As the Jazz played with an open floor, Illslova was terrific tonight. He has really, it's been hard to see what his value is. And actually, frankly, he's looked really slow up till tonight or today, and he did not today. And that's a pretty encouraging piece. If breaking class in case of emergency, this gives the Jazz a different way to play. They played 5 out. You saw Royce get a dunk late because of the 5 out. You saw the Lakers have to take Drummond off the floor because of the 5 out. And so in those, Rudy's going to probably play 38 to 40 minutes in a playoff game. And obviously you're likely to go to Favors, but if for some reason there's a matchup where they're stretching you out and you're not be able to keep your big in, maybe you want to stretch them back out, or if there's a big that's causing problems at the rim and you want to stretch him out. I could see it against the Clippers against Zubac, where Zubac doesn't want to come out, and so you play Ilyasova for a few minutes to try to get some threes there. Other playoff teams I could see it against. I'm trying to just kind of think it through. I don't know if you do it against Jokic, but you might try to make Jokic go play on the outside a little bit and stretch his defense in a little bit in that sense. So some possibilities of ways you might use that. That's a really positive sign, I thought, for the Jazz today and what they got out of that. Then otherwise, Joe Ingles played point guard tonight, had a massive game, 20 points, 13 assists. Clarkson had 27. Bogdanovic had 19. I thought they got a great effort. George Niang picked up his game. Everyone's going to have to just do a little bit more without Donovan, and today was obviously the extreme because it was without Donovan, without Gobert, and without Conley. I do think that I don't want to get our hopes up, and we're going to miss Donovan. Don't misunderstand this comment. But Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert pick and roll, and Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert pick and roll are 2 of the 10 best in the NBA. In many of our matchups moving forward, when that's the premise of our offense is that pick and roll with Rudy, I think we'll be okay in some senses. We'll miss Donovan, certainly, but there's a lot of offensive depth to this roster, and I think we showed that a little bit today. In fact, our offensive ranking in the first half was, by the end of the game, was a 114 against a team that's been really, really good defensively. In fact, the Lakers, without AD and without LeBron, have been a 107 defensively, 4th best in the NBA, number 1 for the season when they have everyone at a 106.9. They haven't been that far off it. The Jazz were at about a 114, actually, on a metric that probably would pump that up to about a 117. So really a very, very good offensive game for the Jazz today. And the way they played it, they got off 52 3-point attempts, which hopefully is a good sign for the playoffs, because that's actually how you have to beat the Lakers is that you have to beat them with your three-point shooting because the Lakers don't shoot a lot of threes and don't shoot them really well. And then in overtime, the Jazz just didn't seem to have a lot. I thought Juwan Morgan gave a good 16 minutes. He shows like looked like he was a viable NBA player. The rest of the guys did not. Meone didn't get a lot of time. Matt Thomas didn't have an impact. Jarrell Brantley didn't really have an impact. Trent Forrest his unwillingness to shoot he's gonna have to figure out how to shoot if he's gonna be an NBA player today. Royce goes 1 of 7 from 3. That is still a little bit of an issue. I thought he went 2 of 7 from 3. Oh, that was the end of the fourth. Oh, I'm looking at everything at the end of the fourth, not the end of overtime. Sorry, Royce hit a second 3 today. So Joe did finish with 14 assists on the ball game. Juwan Morgan played 20 solid minutes, and Royce went 2 of 10 from 3. All right, let's get to your questions and get your comments. I got the chat room up for you today without any video, so hopefully that's adding some entertainment, but I'm not that good looking, so why do you care? Sadness comes upon us as our first question. Ryan Johnson, yes. The first loss of the year with a 10-0 run. We are now 32-1 when we have a 10-0 run. Sadness right there. Ryan says, how smart do the scouts look getting Illslova? That's pretty good little insurance. 33-year-old veteran. Justin Zanuck used to be his agent. So Justin knows what he's doing there and understands, how to go get someone and what he could still do. Milwaukee decided not to bring him back. So give credit to Justin and the rest of the front office. Good effort by the Jazz, says DJ Jackson. I'd have to agree. Without that many guys, I thought they still played their way. Quinn had them coached. They knew how to play. They moved the ball beautifully. They played with the pass really well, though. Shorthand feels like a win. Really showed a lot of fight. Back-to-back, 4 players out. Flight to L.A., we played as well as you could expect. I thought the Jazz were very good today. Lakers have got to be really fortunate. They almost threw that one away. They play the Jazz on Monday, who will be much more full strength. I don't know if AD will be back. There's a chance we'll see Anthony Davis in that game, though I would guess he would probably wait to play until Rudy Gobert leaves town. And then I think, then they go to Dallas for 2, probably with AD in those games. But the Lakers were could have been on the verge of a 5-game losing streak there. Do you think that the major streak or mini streak left major? I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. Do you think there's a major streak or mini streak left? Major 11 and 9, mini at least 5. Like win streak? Oh, I don't know. I have to look at the schedule. I doubt it. I don't think anyone's going on win streaks. I mean, look at Portland and Dallas, who are desperate to win right now. And Portland is 5-5 in their last 10, and so is Dallas. Or maybe Dallas is 6-4. I just think with the amount of games everyone's playing right now, I don't think anyone's going on any massive win streaks. I mean, give the Clippers credit. They won 7 straight. Can't be dissatisfied. We're shorthanded. We battled Ersan, potential for rotation. I mean, your top 10 guys have to be really good in this league. And then after that, frankly, we all fall in love with the guys that are 11 through 15. But I'm not sure that, many of them are able to contribute. I think the Lakers are, they're in love with Horton Tucker, maybe, but his inability to shoot is somewhat problematic. Wesley Matthews really looks to be on the end of his legs right now. Maybe they can get him ready for the playoffs. I mean, they had to do the same thing we did. They went Kuzma for 38, Morris for 37, Drummond for 30, Caldwell Pope for 41, Schroeder for 39. So, I mean, they were battling with shorthanded. It was a great game. It's a great testament to the league's talent and the fact that this league's totally fine for expansion. Need to get the Lakers into the 6 seed. Game was horrible listening to Hubie until I turned off and turned Locke on. Then the game got so much better. Thank you. It's very nice of you, Joshua. Appreciate it. Sorry, let's go to Ersan. Looks like good insurance against big bench, big injuries. Yeah, I mean, if you get big injuries, though, you're kind of done, but I agree with you. Ersan's block was as good as a win. That block was pretty incredible on Kyle Kuzma. You must be a BYU fan. Let's go to Marcus. Incredibly proud of all of our players. Matthew wants to know, why didn't Meone play more? I think they're trying to see what Brantley brings them. I think they know what Oni brings them. And that's a good corner 3 shooter, a good on-ball defender, but he's small. Trying to see if they can get something more out of Brantley, who's just bigger and stronger. And I don't think that they got an answer on that. Jarrell was not as dialed in this one as he was against Oklahoma City. Ursan was a nice addition, looking strong today. Proud of the way we played today, says David. I would agree with that. Let's go to Michael. Michael says that if they guard in the last seconds, they'd win this impressive game by Utah. On that last play, I'd be interested to find out. I'll have to talk to someone, find out what happened. They'd been bringing Illslova up, and great move by Vogel. He changed their pick and roll to bring Kuzma in, so Bogdanovich got involved. Instead of the Jazz had brought Morgan into the game. Vogel's really, really good coach. I thought the Lakers' defensive strategies today were just terrific. I thought that was as well a planned defensive game plan against us as I've seen all year. They were super. And then you add in, so on that play, Kuzma comes by. He doesn't really set the pick. It's actually very similar to the play the Jazz ran to get Clarkson the three. And there's Royce and Boyan just weren't quite sure what to do. Schroeder's so fast, he got by him to the lane. AD playing one-on-one currently. Broadcast said the game he's going to ramp up to 2-on-2, 5-on-5 before he comes back. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ryan Rucco, for that information. Are you afraid of losing the 1 seed? I indeed am afraid of losing the 1 seed. I do not want to see Dame or Luka in the first round, and I would like the home court advantage all the way through the Western Conference. So, yes, Judson, I am concerned about it. We are now tied in a loss column, but nothing you can do other than just keep playing as best you can with as many guys as you can. Donovan's going to be out for a while. I do think we'll be okay offensively without Donovan. I think I'm a little worried about just the cumulative fatigue on our guys without Donovan. He just takes a lot of energy. Would you agree we didn't play well in overtime? Yeah, we got outscored like 17-5 in overtime. So certainly do not think we played. I thought we ran out of gas. That is Locked On Jazz's postcast tonight. Thanks very much or this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in.